Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to yet another episode of our Corporate Success Community Silver Star Hall of Fame interview series. And as other interviews, we have another achiever of our community here. We have Nitin Dogra with us. Here he is. But before I go to Nitin and before I give his introduction, I'd like to give a quick gist about what this space is all about. This is a special interview space that we have created only for the silver stars of our community. So, who are these silver stars? So, in our community, we have multiple levels of recognition, and one of the topmost recognition is becoming a silver star. Now, it takes a lot of efforts, a lot of dedication, a lot of emotional investment, a lot of action taking ability to be here and to claim this space and to claim this title of being a silver star. So, whosoever you see here with me really deserves that title. And I'm really proud to have these silver stars in our community. So, we have Nitin Dogra. Nitin is from Himachal and he serves as the third officer in the Merchant Navy. So, let me directly go to Nitin. Nitin, I'm humbled, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic and super proud of you to be bagging this title of Silver Star. And welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Alok.
Fantastic. Nitin, would you like to tell our audience a little bit about yourself so that they get the context? Yeah.
Yep. As actually Alok already told you, my name is Nitin Dogra. I am from Himachal Pradesh and I'm working presently as a third officer in Merchant Navy. I recently came home actually. That's why our interview was going on a little bit linger on. But yeah, we finally managed to do it. Yeah. So
Fantastic.
that's actually my general introduction.
Fantastic. So, Nitin, I'd like to start from the start just so that we can set the context right. Um, I would like to know, Nitin, what made you look towards mindfulness? Or if not even mindfulness, what made you think that there is some support or some coaching or some community that you need so that you can move forward? I'm just curious to know that.
Actually, to be frank, in the starting, I only started because I was going through some problems and some problems, and then I just saw Alok in Instagram, his page. So I actually wanted to be relieved with this problem. I was going through some grief, through some like I did some mistake, and I wanted to come out of it, but I couldn't come out of it. So I took the steps to correct it, but still I wasn't able to come out of it. So in starting, I was fighting with it, and I just saw Alok. Then I just joined his one meeting, which is in Instagram. Actually, he shows, and then I joined it, and it was around 3 hours session, and then from there, uh, it clicked in me. It clicked like whole meeting was like actually so good that I didn't like. I only came here there to come out of that problem, but later on, with that 3 hour session only, I was clicked like I can change my life in some other ways also. Actually, I was doing other mistakes also, which I wanted to correct them. I had to correct them, but I was like just leaving them like that. So I just from there I joined the Silver Star journey, and
Mhm.
that was my starting.
So Nitin, I'm more interested to know that the problem that you came in here for,
Yep.
are you seeing any progress in that? Were you able to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that problem for which actually I start came in starting, I dealt with it in around less than 1 month. It took me less than 1 month. I also took one-to-one session with you, and
Yeah.
in less
I
than
remember that. Yeah.
1 month, yeah, I dealt with it. And after that, but that wasn't the stop. That was just something which took me. But after that, there was so much other things inside the community which I started learning after that.
I'm curious, Nitin, to know in this profession of yours, when you say merchant navy, you're serving as the third officer. What are the stressors that you experience on day-to-day basis?
So yeah, in starting, like we are staying away from our family, our home, our people. I can actually say our people, our society, from every from we are cut off from everything. Huh? So we are staying on ship for like 5 to 6 months. So yeah, sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it comes like in your mind, yeah, you are here so much far. Everyone is enjoying there, and you can't enjoy, and like those all things. Huh?
The FOMO,
And
the
then
fear of
you
missing
start
out.
getting
Yeah.
yep. Sorry.
The
Yep.
the yeah, the FOMO kicks in. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, after and the other things are like when you there is like especially like some marriages or some functions going on at home. Huh? Whole family is with each other, but we are away. Then we just see them from the some call or something, and then you are like, why you are here? You have to be home. And the other thing is like after few months you start getting that when your sign off date start getting closer, your anxiety levels and your these levels to go home starts getting increased. But sometimes, actually most of the times, what is happening with me from last few times is like I can't sign off exactly the same time when it is planned. It is
Mm,
lingering on to next month. So these are kind of the all stresses, especially of home, and the work stress is also there.
mm,
There we have some work stresses like you have to be accurate. You can't be like do any mistakes there. Much like smaller mistakes, okay, which doesn't. But some mistakes are like for you are like I am serving as a third officer, so I'm operating the ship. So I can't make a mistake because whole like rest of 19 crew are on me.
yes.
They are sleeping nicely because I am
You're awake.
navigating
Yeah.
the ship nicely. So these all things sometimes make you a little bit stressed.
Yes. So I would like to focus on that because see, the thing is, Nitin, everyone goes through different kind of stresses, no matter what they're doing for their living, right? Whether they're working in a corporate office, whether they are, in a ship, or whether they are at home working from home. So the source of the stress differs from person to person. But of course, the degree of stress also differs because now when you're saying that, the entire the weight of that responsibility is so very heavy because the all the members are relying on you because you are behind the wheel, right? So how were you able to maintain and manage your focus, that mental calm, and also your attentiveness? And did these practices of mindfulness come handy to you? Were they useful, and how?
In starting, when I actually started Merchant Navy, that time I was like a lot of stressed. Like first time when I joined as a third officer, especially before you are not like but after with the same thing, you have that responsibility and you are alone to deal with that responsibility. So in starting I was actually felt a lot of stress. My first watch, my first week, I still remember it was like full of stress. Then easy by learning the things and doing them again and again, you
Mm,
get that confidence. But still you have some stress. You get the confidence, but sometimes you get that stress. And the stress, this mindfulness, I started with the mindfulness, especially the meditation.
mm,
I'm like continuous with the meditation. I never leave it because before I used to think like there is nothing for mind. You don't have anything like physical work. As you say, we have exercises
yes.
and we know what to do. But for mindfulness, most of the people don't know what to do with the mind. Uh, so I started doing this meditation and it
Mm,
helped me a lot with the stress. Plus it helped me to build confidence also to the do the job. Like if I am like shaking in doing something,
yeah.
it changed to I can do it in a relaxed way.
Ah, yes, get
So
it.
it is like more nicer and a more relaxed way you can do the same things. Plus mindfulness also helps to deal with the people because there I deal with a lot of nationalities, like different nationalities. So everyone have different mindset, different societies, so they have grown
Personality.
up according to
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mm,
So mindfulness tells you, because mindfulness is a general for everyone.
yes.
Everyone, it's from any nationality. If you are calm, you can deal with any situation. That goes with everyone.
Yes.
So these
I,
were the actually things which I got. These were the few things. These are only the few things. There are a lot other things which mindfulness has changed in me, like especially this prime, which I followed. Whatever I can leave, but I never leave prime, because prime is like best thing which I have found till now, till
Mhm.
date. Prime is actually just a short thing. I can tell you, prime is physical, mental, emotion, sorry, intellectual, and
Mental and emotional.
motivational and emotional. Yeah, prime deals with this all things. So this is like you have to complete this in your day. You don't have to give all day to this, but you have to give only 10, 15, 20 minutes according to your suitable time. But if you do these all things in your day to day life every day, you will feel relaxed for sure. You will feel very
I'm
relaxed plus happy.
yes, Nitin, I'm curious to know this.
Mhm.
See, the thing is, when you are off the ship, like
Yep.
general people like me and others who are at their home or maybe who are here on the land, right? For them, there are many options to do prime. Like
Yep.
for my physical aspect, I'll do some jogging or I'll do some gymming or go for a walk or stuff like that, right? For rejuvenation, I can do any stuff that makes me feel good. For intellectual, I can do reading and stuff. For mental, I can do meditation. Emotional, I can do my
Yep.
gratitude. But
Yep.
for you, when you are on the ship, you have
Mhm.
limited resources. How and what do you do for your PRIME? If you can just elaborate a little.
Yes. So for P, physical, actually in all ships we have gym. It's not that big, but we still have gym. So
Yeah.
gym is like you can do running, you can do few of the exercises. So that is, you don't have that much time, but it's up to your thinking. Like if you start doing it and you do it continuously for few days, it will become your habit. And if you don't do it someday, then I feel it bad that why I didn't did it today. But
Yeah.
yeah, so for physical, it's that rejuvenation. I sometimes like rejuvenation is just something like for making yourself happier or something like that kind of. So I just talk with people like, or sometimes I just play PlayStation. We have
Yeah.
PlayStation on ship, or communicate, which is very important on ship. If you just keep on doing your work and do nothing, communication is very important. So I just communicate with people, not only on phone, but the people there. I start talking. I make friends there, kind of like on the work time work. But when we are free, I try to make them my friends. So I just talk with them. Then next is intellectual. My half of the bag was full of books. So I just took
Okay, lovely.
books, a lot of books. So I was reading them. And for motivation or for emotional,
Yeah.
I do like for gratitude, like in morning, I just wake up. I have some posters with the magnet posted on my wall.
Ah,
I
nice.
just wake up with the eyes open and I see those posters, and I then read them, and then I give some motivation plus I give a gratitude. I practice gratitude, whatever in the last day happened with me or whoever in any small way helped me. So I just gratitude them.
Okay.
And last is like emotional. I do meditation for sure. That is my like 100% thing. I do it whatever happens for 20 minutes. Yep.
Awesome.
So this is the
Awesome.
way I complete my prime.
Fantastic. Awesome. Awesome. Nitin, uh, can you can you share a challenging or a difficult phase that you faced on the ship during your tenure and how you came out of it? Now, the reason I'm asking you this is because we all go through challenges. We all go through problems. We all have our different shades of ambiguities that we experience. Can you share a real life example that you went through during this journey of yours? And how did you come out of it with some lessons, if you can share? Yeah.
Yep. There are actually a lot of phases on board which you they every day you like have some different challenge or different things, but I can share with you few of them. One is my recent one. This time I had a captain. He was very strict, and I didn't knew how to like deal with that situation and that all thing. Maybe that captain will also hear it. But no problem for me, because at the end he helped me a lot. So in starting, he was strict. He was like asking questions and everything. It was little difficult
Mm.
to like deal with it. I was always like conscious, always trying to be conscious. Like if he's coming, I am like becoming extra conscious and like too much of this. But when you become too much of like conscious, way too much, then you tend to make some mistakes, and
Mm.
that's every time. So for that, what I did is, we have a community, and in that community, silver community, we have a path like hubs
Oh, yes.
delegated.
Yes.
So what I was facing on the second day only, I just wrote my whole problem, whole this all thing, and then I just write it down and send to this group. And there were a lot, like it was amazing. Everyone was giving me advices, and they were really, really nice, very, very nice advices.
That's the
Plus,
power of a community.
that's the power of the community. That's why we
Yes.
need the community. So they
Yes.
were giving me very, very beautiful advices. Then I just, and the second thing what I did is, I messaged Alok, and that's also because of community only I can meet you, right? So
Yes.
I messaged him directly, and he is so busy, but still, like I was like, he had so much of members and under him and everything, but still he messaged me, he replied me. It was amazing to feel that. Only that made me like 90% happy, that time. And then he replied me, and then he gave me step by step procedure there also. So I collated all Pathfinders help, and plus Alok's, and then I made my roadmap to that, how to deal with it. And it was like, when captain is asking me, I will stay calm. If I have some problem, whatever he says, but I will ask him. I will ask
Mm.
him.
Mm.
Whatever happens, I don't care. He will scold me, I still ask him.
Mm.
Okay. So that I don't make a mistake. Asking is always correct. Never think what, like in our childhood, we are taught like, we sometimes ask our teachers and they scold us, and then we stop asking.
Mm.
So this is for all the students plus some working professionals also, that if you have some doubt, just ask him. Let him scold or let him say anything. That
Mm.
doesn't make you weak. Just do it. Just ask, and uh, ask, and then you will not tend to make any mistake
Mm.
later on. So that this will like correct the things which will happen in future, like some mistakes or something, you will not tend to make them. So this was the way. And at the end of the contract, he was strict, strict, strict. But last day, second last day, he called me in his office at night time around 8 o'clock, 2000. So I went there, and he just said me, take a chair. And he just sat me like a friend. And then he said, okay, let's do your review. We have a recommendation review at the end of the phase of our contract. And he was writing so wonderful things about me that it was amazing,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. I couldn't imagine that he was very strict. He's writing so good things about me. It
Yes.
was like wonderful at the end of the day. And there was one point about this also, that we have like some steps according to our appraisal, this, that he have to fill some comments in that. So there was one point in that, that he's like asking questions or something about that, like he clarify his doubts or something. And he wrote like, yeah, he always clarified his doubts, never the mind, whatever the situation is, he always clarifies in doubts. So see, it worked, huh? He also knew that clarification is important. Plus
Yes.
I learned a lot of things from that captain. He was
Fantastic.
really, really good at his work, so I learned a lot from him. But I could only learn after I made that roadmap. I made that tendency to learn.
Mm.
If I was always scared only of him, then I couldn't have learned a lot of things. So this was one of this phase
I
which happened recently.
Thanks for sharing this, Nitin, because I think there are a lot of takeaways from what you just shared. And you rightly said that we all have this fear of what will people think of me if I ask questions, right? Because many a times we feel that they'll think that इतना भी समझ में नहीं आता है क्या? And
Yep.
you have so silly doubts, and how will others judge me or label me? And that's the reason we never ask. And when we don't ask, the doubts always remain a doubt, and we keep on making the same mistakes. So I really like that thing, that attitude about you, that no matter what, I'll ask the questions no matter what others think of me. And when you kept on asking, you kept on getting answers, and that helped
Okay.
you in your execution, right? And not just that, but also that helped you in your appraisal as well. So awesome.
One more thing which I want to share about this one is
Please,
which
please, please.
helped me a lot is like which posters I told you pasted I posted on my
Ah,
wall, and I took some of the posters from this gallery which wallpapers you shared, motivational. So I
ah,
just
yes.
printed them and I just posted it them
Oh,
there,
lovely.
and I was reading them. That helped me. Plus meditation.
Awesome.
Meditation. If I was like anytime feeling down, I just used to do 2 minutes of calm meditation. That is also in our community in our
Oh, fantastic.
this which Alok shared it.
Fantastic. I'm really happy, Nitin. The thing is, what I really like about you is you are walking your talk, and not just that, but you are putting things into use. You are putting things into practice. Because, I keep on saying that knowing something but not doing it is equal to not knowing, right? As simple as that. We all like to gather a lot of knowledge. We all like to do data stacking, but how much of what you know is what you're implementing. That is very important. That is what is going to give you that shift and that needle movement, and I see you doing that, and that is what really inspires a lot of members in the community as well. So thank you very much for being there, and thank you very much for inspiring everyone. So Nitin, having said this, um, whatever you know courses and content and information that we have in our community, if I have to ask you, what are the top three strategies or top three frameworks or top three models that are really proving to be useful for you on day-to-day basis? What would that be for you? If you can explain a little bit to our audience as well, so that they can also get some practical tips and hacks from you and your implementation.
So the first, which I told before, also prime. That
Yeah.
is the first one, which helps a lot. If you follow it, you will be feeling relaxed. If you are dealing with any problem, you will stay relaxed and calm in that thing. And the second one for me is knowing about if about wrong or right. Like Alok have told us how to know that you are wrong or right. That thing
The
you
value
will get.
system you're talking about, the
Yeah,
value
value
system.
system. Sorry. Yeah, I am talking about the value system. How to know that you are right or you are wrong, because you get too much of impact from the society that you
Mm,
sometimes don't know that you are right or wrong. You just think that is right because everyone is thinking it is right.
mm,
Like just following it like closed eyes and just following it. Yeah, just so. But you should know what is right and wrong in original way. So you should have always your value system, value stack defined. Like
mm,
you should know, like you will never let go these things whatever happens.
mm.
You will not tolerate above this thing whatever happens. I will only do this thing, and I will not change this thing whatever happens, whoever says it.
Yes.
So that value system have helped me a lot in my day to day life. Plus another thing which I can tell is like ICMMs, which I am
Ah,
which are every Sunday to Sunday, and they are my, like I love them. Because sometimes I want to share something, sometimes it was like uh, I was thinking about it. I was thinking, I was dealing with that problem, and on Sunday, actually, I can't uh, see the meeting, but sometimes some members of Pathfinders, they are helping me with the meeting. They are helping me. They are teaching me with the messages and some talks on WhatsApp call or sometimes. Plus, uh, I take the takeaways. We have at the end of this meeting, we have takeaways which we share in our community. So those takeaways I read, and I was like, I just was dealing with this problem and I have the answer. I don't know how Alok knows that I was having that problem. And actually that have happened a lot of times,
mhm,
that I
mhm,
was dealing with that problem and suddenly I got the answer on Sunday. So
mhm.
this was my third best thing from the
Fantastic.
community which I learned. Yeah, which
I would
helped me a lot.
I would just like to tell this to all our viewers. Um, Nitin keeps on quoting Pathfinders. So basically, in our community, we have multiple hubs, And we have created those smaller groups when people can network internally. And Pathfinders is one of those hubs, and Nitin is a part of Pathfinders. So one thing that I really love about this fellow is that in every meeting that we do every single Sunday, we do this community meets, and at the end of the meeting, we do something called as reinforced learning. So wherein people share their learnings from that session, and everyone just types in their learnings in one of our groups. And Nitin, because he is on the ship, he doesn't get that much of data and leeway to go through the live sessions. So he just goes through all the learnings which are posted by others and creates his own learnings. And this single attitude of his defines and speaks volumes about him. So, Nitin, thank you very much for being so consistent, because ultimately your actions are paying off very well to you. So, fantastic, fantastic. So, Nitin, um, with all the struggles, with all the challenges, with all the ups and downs, and whatever you are, the life that you are living, and integrating the science and the wisdom of mindfulness, and not just that, but the shift in terms of the mindset. If I have to ask you, what are top two lessons, if you have to share it with the world out? Just think about it. You are standing on the stage, and there are thousands of people who are listening to you, and you have 2 to 3 minutes to share your top life lessons. What would that be? So that people can learn from your learnings.
My top, the which is on the priority is you should always stay happy. Staying happy is very, very, very important because you work, you fight, you go here and there, everything you do to stay happy. At the end, happiness matters. Like if
Mm.
you eat something good, why you eat? Because you want to be like happy. That taste buds make you happy. If you do play something, why you do that? Because you want to be happy. So happiness means a lot. Whatever you like. Put it down, but staying happy is very important. Staying happy in a good way, in a healthy way, is very, very, very important.
Mm.
So, and spreading happiness, staying happy plus spreading. If you will be happy, you will spread happiness. I have seen that from before. Joining this community, I had some anger issues. I used to have some sadness, and like this I used to be sad some in some moments. But after that, I felt like, after joining the community, I felt like, why I was working here, I am running there, I am doing this. For what I am doing, that is for happiness. So
Mm.
the priority is stay happy and spread happiness. This time on board, with all peoples, like we have like all people, like we have different age group people, and
Yeah.
most of the times I'm the youngest one. But this time there was one more guy younger than me. So
Yeah.
to with all of them, we used to make silly jokes, like
Mm.
just silly, like just random jokes, because at the end we are working there for what? For our family's happiness, for our own
Our own
happiness.
happiness. Yeah.
So
Mm.
so yeah, so just first lesson is just always stay happy, and the second is that any situation comes, there is a solution for that. There
Mm.
is a solution. Only the thing is, you don't know that. You have to find the right way and right solution, and sometimes connect with the right people to get that solution. Because
Mm.
it's sometimes you can't think of that solution, but maybe the other guy already gone through it and he know the solution to that. So you
Mm.
can just hear to that, apply it, and just give a try on that. And
Mm.
like I didn't knew to a lot of problem solutions before joining this community, but
Mm.
after joining with Alok and a lot of people, I get got the answers. You will Nobody will judge you if you ask some solution.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody will judge you. It will never happen that anybody will think you are weak or something. That is the things which comes in our mind, that what he will think. He will think I am weak. He will think I have done this mistake. No,
Yeah.
they, even if they will judge you, it will for 1 or 2 days, and then it will be back. But the results are tremendous if
Mm.
you get the that help, that right solution. It will change your life. Like This community has completely changed my life since February I joined it. February to March I joined it, and it have completely changed my life. I started reading books which I never read. I started doing meditation which I never did. I started doing yoga which I
Oh,
never
lovely.
did.
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah, and physical, yeah, I was doing before also. I was like a football player from before, so I used to love to play football, and I'm still continuing that. And that's the most wonderful thing which I get whenever I come home to play
Uh,
football.
Lovely, lovely.
Yep.
Fantastic, Nitin. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I'm really so happy for you because I still remember the first meeting that we had. I remember the first meeting that we had, and I
Yep.
remember, the emotional state and the worry and fear that you were in. And today, when I see you, and not just that, but the gradual progress that you have made, it's commendable. So I'm really, really happy and proud of you, Nitin. And not just that, but um, I'd like to give a big round of applause to all the Pathfinder members who have been constantly and consistently helping you through the journey. So lot of gratitude to all those members who are there. So, Nitin, before we end this session, do you have anything to share with the audience out there before we end this? Yes.
Yeah, my thing is stay happy, stay well, and if even if you have no problems, sometimes just try to join Alok. It will help you a lot. Plus, I have read one book which have helped me a lot. So I will also name that Energize Your Mind, which will tell you how to deal with yourself, how to deal with others, how to deal with society. It is by Gaur Gopal Das, and that is
Yes.
a wonderful book. That was my first book which I read, and I read it three times. And still, I want to read it again because I feel like I haven't grabbed full information from it.
Mhm.
And yeah, and once you join Alok, stay connected with him. He is the very nice person, and we have a very nice community. Please come in our community. It will help you a lot. I guarantee it. It will help you a lot.
Fantastic. I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for being here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was Nitin Dogra for you, and he's one of the valued members of our corporate success community. Just like Nitin, we'll have one more member, one more silver star in our next interview. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your time. God bless you. Have a lovely,
Thank,
lovely day
thanks
ahead.
to you
Thank you.
also, and thanks
Thank
to
you.
all audience who will listen to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin. Thank you.